Alright, for your sponge, you were just conjugating some verbs for the quiz today. You're just going to have the verbs in Spanish, so double check your conjugations there. Always make sure that you have IMOS for the nosotros form of ER and IR verbs. There is no such thing as EMOS in the preterite, so make sure that you have the right ending. Make sure all your accents are super, super clear, always on top of the letter, not kind of off to the side on either side, because it could be misconstrued as the previous letter or the next letter. So always accents with regular verbs for the yo form and the el usted form. Remember, with your regular verbs, you're going to have the excuse me, you're going to have the let me change that, that's today. Cargar, you're going to have those mixed in, and so any verbs that end in CAR change to QUE with an accent only for the yo form. GAR verbs change to GUE with an accent only for the yo form. And ZAR verbs change to CE with an accent only for the yo form. And careful with who got it that we don't make any UE changes for that one.
Best card for SenoraMayo. Why is it in an O?
Because it's an AR verb. You're talking about this one or this one?
Yeah.
Buscar. Just drop your AR. C is your stem. O is your ending for AR verbs. We're about to review the
Oh,
endings.
it is?
Yeah.
It's not A with an accent?
For preterite verbs, let me move this down a little bit and you can see it's O with an accent for the singular form.
No, I just wrote it down.
Okay.
Like how the rest of the box starts with the...
Well, that's why we go over the sponge to make sure that we fix it so that we get it right. But anything to do with regular preterite, again, accents on the yo form and the el usted form. So that's across the board. When we start talking about the irregulars, those are the ones that don't follow the rules. Anyone still checking the sponge? Yes.
I'll do that request today.
After school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you.
Anyone still checking? Okay. Just to refresh your endings. For regular verbs, for AR, you have E with an accent, ASTE, O with an accent, AMOS, ARON. It's for anything to do with regular AR preterite verbs. For ER and IR, they share the same exact box. They're the same exact endings for all of them. I with an accent, ISTE, IO, accent on the O, IMOS, and IERON. You are correct. Thank you. Okay. So, CAR verbs change to QUE with an accent. GAR verbs change to GUE with an accent. And ZAR verbs CE with an accent. Now, this should be a reminder to you that if you see an E with an accent, that it's automatically the yo form. So you only make those changes in the yo form. The rest of the conjugations for any of those verbs that end in CAR, GAR, ZAR are just regular conjugations. And so it's just, it's a pattern that follows for all, and that's why they're called part of the regular verbs, because it's any verb that ends in CAR, GAR, ZAR. Any questions on those? Okay, so today just regular.
Do they only have an accent in the yo form?
Yo form and the el usted form for anything to do with regular verbs.
So it's O. Oh my goodness, I can't remember my A.
Okay, let's check your crossword. This is the back of the crossword, so check that first. And then the crossword, usually if you get the word to fit, most likely it's correct. Not always the case, but most likely if it fits, then it's right. So it's kind of like a self-checking there. And then we'll see if there's any questions on the crossword for that one. Right at the top, it was kind of phrased there, or the verb trabajar was very... was kind of like in the conjugation box, so trabajé, trabajaste, trabajó, trabajamos, trabajaron. Check the rest there, back of the crossword. You had AR separate from ER, IR. And then they had the section for CAR, GAR, ZAR separately, but they will, all the sections will be together.
When you get done with that, can you go up to the box one more time? Please?
Sure. Mm-hmm. Everybody remember acostarse from the reflexive chapter that we did? Right. It was a UE change in the present tense, but that no longer happens in the preterite. Okay. Just like jugad is a common one that we did. On the ER, IR, they threw in the verb vid in there that we talked about on Friday. Dad and vid, remember, have no accents, so technically I've already covered number 8 down at the bottom. And for number 16, that me in front of that verb is referring to a direct object pronoun, not a reflexive pronoun. So that's why it's the singular conjugation, not the yo form. So always look at the sentence and kind of see what's around it. I won't put any tricky ones like that on your quiz. It's just going to be strictly Spanish verbs with regular conjugations for today. Then we'll do an irregular quiz later in the week before we test out of this chapter.
And we have a quiz tomorrow on our vocab.